There was a time when you had me falling to the ground, like a king without a crown. Whoa, why you make it hard? Don't let me down.
Hey, what's up guys, this is Shipra and in this video, I'm gonna review Moto Z Play. Is the smaller brother of the Moto Z, which is the flagship motor product of the year 2016. There seems to be quite a lot of similarities and even improvements in certain areas that could potentially make it a really great upper mid-range smartphone. But at a price of Rs 25,000, is the Moto Z Play still the most affordable mid-range smartphone out there? Well, we are going to find out in my review of Moto Z Play. Let's begin. In terms of design and build, it is a replica of flagship Moto Z with the same camera bump and a similar fingerprint sensor that looks like a home button. Though at 6.9mm, it's not as sleek as the Moto Z, but it feels rather comfortable and secure in the hand with its subtly curved edges. Besides, it also gets the standard 3.5mm audio jack. Button placement is the same as the Moto Z with the volume rockers and power button houses on the right, along with a USB Type-C port at the bottom. Flip the device over and you will see the large camera bump with Moto logo. Then you will see gold pin connectors which are located at the bottom of the rear panel to attach modules effortlessly. I tested JBL Soundboost mod, which I'll talk about later in the review. Overall, the Moto Z Play looks and feels like a premium smartphone from every angle with its all metal and glass build. My only gripe would be its wide bezels that tend to make it a bit slippery. Also, the placement of fingerprint sensor, which looks deceptively like a home button, but it's not. And not to forget, back is quite prone to fingerprint smudges. Moving further, the phone gets a 5.5-inch Full HD AMOLED display with Corning Gorilla Glass 4. Viewing angles looks great on the phone and there's enough brightness to handle bright sunlight. Since it's a Super AMOLED display that has really deep blacks, and as a result it has great contrast ratio. Text and images do look crisp and I like the display color reproduction in the default settings. Now let's talk about fingerprint sensor, which is housed at the front of Moto Z Play. I personally prefer fingerprint sensor at the front because I can unlock the device without having to lift it from my desk. However, this button is not clickable and won't work as a home button, but in my day-to-day usage it was 99% accurate and I faced no issues in terms of unlocking the smartphone all day. However, the fingerprint sensor button on the Moto Z Play is not clickable and it won't work as a home button, but it was 99% times accurate and it opened up pretty quickly. It is definitely one of the fastest and most accurate scanner on the market at the moment. Now powering the device is a Snapdragon 625 octa-core processor which comes bundled with 3GB of RAM and a Adreno 506 GPU. The phone's performance is snappy and responsive across the board. Apps open up quickly, navigating around the UI feels smooth, though there are signs of occasional stutter while playing graphic-intensive games, but it's nothing substantial. Overall, the phone's performance is snappy and there are no signs of heating during prolonged usage as well. In terms of storage, you get 32GB of internal storage with the device, which is expandable using micro SD card up to 256GB. It's a dual SIM device that accepts 2 nano SIM and it also has a dedicated micro SD card slot, which is great because nowadays every other device is featuring hybrid SIM tray slot, so there you have to make a compromise. The phone's battery performance is also pretty outstanding. It comes with 3510 mAh battery, which will easily last a day and a half of moderate to heavy usage at ease. It also incorporates fast charging technology and the device quickly tops up with a bundled charger. Now in terms of software, you get Android Marshmallow 6.0 out of the box, and being a Moto device, the UI is fairly identical to stock Android. There's nothing much to talk about the phone's stock Android interface, which is indeed a good thing. Now let's talk about the camera, and it gets a 16-megapixel primary camera with PDAF and f2.0 aperture. Images clicked in well-lit condition look detailed and attractive. Even the color accuracy is pretty top-notch and phone's camera is quick and easy to use. Though it lacks OIS, which makes some images look grainy and blurry around the edges, especially in low-light conditions. But it is still capable of churning out some gorgeous shots with plenty of details to look at. But overall, if you look at the camera quality isn't bad, but it isn't good either. And that is because the competition has come forward by a long way. The earpiece, which doubles as a speaker too, is pretty clear, but it lacks in terms of loudness. And I tried to enhance its audio experience using JBL's Soundboost mod. So let's talk about that. This mod is available at a price of Rs 7,000 in the Indian market and when I used it, it has enough output and clarity that you would be impressed by the experience. Besides, it also eliminates the need to carry around a bulky Bluetooth speaker along. What you have to do is you just need to attach the mod to the magnetic pins at the back of the device and just enjoy a power-packed audio experience. While you may not find it necessary to use MotoMods with a Moto Z Play, but the ability to use these modules certainly give the smartphone a lot more utility. Now overall, if I talk about this smartphone at 25,000, the Moto Z Play is a rather solid overall package and not just another newly launched smartphone. The way Motorola has executed the concept of mods is pretty outstanding. There's a decent collection of mods available in the market which you can use with the Moto Z Play, but some of you may find these mods a bit pricey. But again, the most important thing to take away from this entire review is the fact that even without mods, the Moto Z Play is a complete package that would keep you happy at a price of Rs 25,000. So guys, that's it in the review of Moto Z Play. I hope you guys find it useful. If yes, give it a thumbs up and do not forget to subscribe the channel. This is Shipra and I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Till then, have a great time.